Okay, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for tuning in to the MWG Podcast. This is Whispering Tears, and I'm joined with Westsidious and Mossta, and we're doing our end of the year recap today. It's episode 19. And
let's pop it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, everyone? It's been a hot minute.
It's been quite some time. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year. I'm sure this is coming out after New Year, right?
Oh yeah, it will. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Happy New Year's, everyone. It's been quite the year.
Feels like this year was never going to end.
Yeah,
it
basically.
Still feels like that.
There's only like 2 days left. 1 day left. It still feels
Anywhere
like
between
eternity.
2 to 3 days are left.
Gotta keep that mystery, man.
The secret hyperbolic time chamber.
Exactly. So this podcast, we're just gonna chill as we end the year off. Just go over what we've been through, what we enjoyed, what wasn't so fun, and all of the events that happened in this very eventful, very long year.
Yeah.
Like, it's unreal. How much stuff
Especially
actually
just
happened.
like within the last month that we haven't talked, guys.
So before we get into that, just how you guys been, man? Like, I'm just curious. It's been it's definitely been a long month. I haven't heard from you guys in a while. We haven't released an episode in a while, or we haven't worked on an episode rather. So, yeah, dude, you guys, anything new? Anything popping?
I spent a lot of money this last month.
Hey, me too, man. Christmas time is a it's a money sink for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not on gifts. Just I spent a lot of money for the last 2 months.
Oh, just in general.
A lot of stuff came out in the last 2 months, Yeah, I think the week that the PlayStation 5 came out, I spent probably a ridiculously large amount of money. Let's see, I started like buying Pokemon cards again.
Oh, you're
the
back?
new. We'll see for how long, but as of right now, yeah, a new set just dropped the day after the PS5 came out.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, if you've seen my gaming Instagram, I bought 2 boxes within that week, 2
Right.
boxes that weekend. So yeah, spent a lot of money that week, and then I unfortunately switched over to iPhone.
Yes.
Sorry, switch over
We
from
mourn
Android.
your loss.
Yeah, switched from Android to Apple, and bought an Apple Watch. So
What made you do it?
Promotion, basically. Promotion, and my mom wanted it, so we switched our phone service finally.
Uh-huh.
So now we actually have really good service. Shout out to Verizon.
Oh, that's top tier service. That's top tier
yeah.
service. Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, we were tired of not being able to like shop at Walmart and have service.
Wait, hold on. Wait. What was your service before Verizon?
T-Mobile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no shade. We had T-Mobile for like 20 years, so I'm not shading them, but yeah,
right.
we actually can use our phones now.
From my experience, I think if you're asking me personally, I think T-Mobile's kind of like in the middle. If you ask me,
Yeah,
the T-Mobile is in the middle.
It's not the worst,
Not
but
definitely
it's
not.
also not the best.
Yeah. The worst is Metro PCS, and then after that is Sprint. Both horrible. Metro
Which
PCS.
is funny because they're all now under the T-Mobile umbrella. So
That's, you know what that is? That's a no comment.
So wait, did T-Mobile bring them up or did they drag T-Mobile down?
I don't know. We switched to Verizon, so
It's not your problem anymore, Moss.
Yeah. So yeah, spent a lot of money this year.
Right. How about you, Naj? How you been, man?
Oh, I've been all right. Just chilling, letting the year end. Been playing a lot of Dota.
Oh,
Nice.
okay, Dota. Okay.
Yeah, they released a new patch. Every hero got they released a new item too. So there's Aghanim Scepter, and then now there's Aghanim Shard. So everybody got new gameplay.
Okay. And wait, and remind me. So Dota is a LoL clone, right?
No, Dota is the original. Dota is the original. League of Legends copied Dota. I've been playing Dota since, I don't know, 2006.
Triggered.
I had to ask Nash real quick for the clarification.
Man.
We'll let anybody know any time of the day, every time. Dota came first. I don't care about.
Bro, there's really people out here who probably think League came out first.
No, it's sad. That's all right. They can just hop in Dota and we'll teach them real quick which one came first.
I gotta say now, they lost me at counter farming.
The deny?
That's work. Yo, last hitting already is hella work for me.
Nobody does it.
Wait, counter farming? No, denying?
Yeah, nobody does it. Everybody, like as much as I love Dota, everybody plays the same now. And
okay,
it's the new play style of hide in the trees, don't do anything that could ever at any point be a risk, and just farm for 50 minutes. And lose 2 team fights because you don't get any experience playing when you only fight twice a match. But a whole nother podcast.
I know the drill. We know the drill.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's been pretty good. Just indoors more. Oh, yeah.
Wait, what happened? What was it?
Well, we can get into that with the bad parts of the year because that was a whole year-long saga.
Well, what was the year-long saga? I'm curious.
My battle with the DMV.
Oh, that's another podcast.
No, it's 2020. I want to leave it behind and just be done with it.
The battle with the DMV. Now that's a story.
Oh, man, that was the worst part of the year.
So I spent the last. So while we weren't recording, I just been working. You know what I mean? I told you guys already. Just been working. You know, working way more than usual, but I still found the time to play Cyberpunk. I've been playing Cyberpunk the last couple weeks on and off. Currently, it's off because it's been the holidays, so I've been with my family. But I like Cyberpunk. We could definitely talk about this later on. Because it's one of the topics, but I'm sure there are people having a horrible time, and I do feel bad, but I also have it on PC, so I'm completely oblivious to a lot of the issues. But I do have empathy, so there's that. Other than that, I was playing Sekiro a little bit. I'm almost done with that game. Then Cyberpunk came and just rained on that parade. So hopefully I finish that soon, have time for both eventually. And, but now, I'm free again. I'm ready to record and, you love to see it. And it's going to, we're going to jump right into the new year. And I'm just relieved, man. We're back. We're in there.
Back to the grind.
Back to the grind. You're absolutely right. Oh man,
some of this rust off too.
When's the last time we recorded? Like a month ago? Longer?
A month and a half. Yeah.
A month and a half.
It's been a while. It's before Thanksgiving. I'll tell you that.
Has been a while. That's for sure. Right.
It's a good break. I mean, considering 2020 time, that was also 3 months. So
it's true. Basically. The hyperbolic time chamber. You're absolutely right. Guys, get this, right? So for Christmas, I bought my little brother Super Mario All-Stars. I actually was going to buy him Hades originally, but then because shout out to that game, by the way. Hades is an incredible
game. 2 games that I actually want to get.
Hades, yeah. I intend to get it on my Switch eventually. But I just have I have a lot of commitments right now. So, but in the future, for sure. But I was going to get him Hades, and then he expressed interest in Mario All-Stars. And shout outs to him, by the way, for having, taste, right? So he's, yeah. So he expressed interest in it, and I was like, yeah, okay, sounds good. Those are 3 iconic games, and all games that I, have enjoyed in my childhood. So I was like, yeah, I'll give it to him. So get this, I downloaded the game at the house. He has the game. He opens a gift from my mother a couple days later. It's Mario All-Stars. This man has a digital copy. and the physical copy.
Hey.
Right? The real strat is one of them probably gonna. The physical copy is probably gonna be played by my sister.
Don't open the physical copy. Sell it later.
It is limited.
Yep. I told you guys the strat.
The $200 resale.
Trying to scalp stuff, man.
And so that's how my Christmas went. You know what I mean? I bought him that game, and my sister loves video games too. So what's probably gonna end up happening is they're both gonna enjoy the game, even though they could have. Well, that's some spoiled stuff. Because like back in the day, one person had the game, and we kind of just all borrow it, right? But my brother got it, and my sister got it. That's crazy.
Wow.
So nice for them.
Wait, they have their own
consoles?
Yeah,
they each have their own console? What is this?
Guess who bought it? Guess who bought them consoles? Yeah, not my mom, that's for sure. Shout out to my mom, love you, mom. So, but yeah, I bought it. Yeah, I bought them both consoles. So, I just thought that it'd be cool if they didn't have to go through the struggle of sharing the thing. So I spoiled them over the last couple of years. You know, it's not like one Christmas was like, yo, everyone gets a Switch.
Right.
Yeah, so they both have Switches. But yeah, anyway, to end this story, my brother boots it up, right? And he goes to Bomb on Battlefield, and he goes, "What do I do?" And I was just like, "Dude, read the start. This man's played Odyssey. Like, what the?" I was like, "Just read the prompt. Like, it tells you." He goes, "I forgot. King Bomb on the Summit. I forgot what the first star is called." And he goes, "How do I attack?" I'm like, "What do you mean? It's Mark. You just jump. Like, what is this?
Hey, just push a button and see what happens."
And he goes up to he goes up to King Bomb, right? He does a little there's a little dialogue. Bro, he doesn't know how to kill him. And he's like, "Bro, how do I beat this? How do I fight this guy?" And I just laugh and I just go, "I just figure it out, dude."
You had to figure it out the hard way.
That's so crazy, dude. It's just so normal for me, or just for us, because we've played that game, right? And then what you got to do is go around to the back and then like lift him up, but he didn't know that, and he was being unironic too. He was like, "Dude, how do I kill this guy?" And I just laughed like, "You figure it out, dude."
Well, I mean, like the first time I did it, I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
So, yeah, it happens, but
it does happen. Man, knowing him, he probably looked up a YouTube tutorial at this point. So that's a rip.
We had to ask on the playground, "Hey, how do you get past the bomb guy?" And they troll you and say, "Oh, just throw him off."
I like that a lot. You said throw him off. I'm dead. Oh, man. Anyway, that was my Christmas. Hope you guys had a good one.
Yeah, Christmas was good. I got so I always do this every year. I get my sister's joke presents, right?
Oh, been there, done that. Good stuff, Nice.
Yeah. So I got them Winco gift cards this year.
Hey,
let's
that's
go.
Not a joke, man. Wait.
$5 Winco gift cards, so they can't really buy anything.
Hey, they got the bulk section, man. The bulk section is it's pretty good.
Just fill up a bag with $5, whatever they can get.
That's 2 bags of chips.
Yeah.
Maybe 3, if you know what you're doing.
They're not experts like me.
Okay, you the Winco king. I forgot.
That's cheesecake ingredients right there.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Man. Winco gift cards. Pretty good.
That's what's up.
After talking to Ian, I had to get a Gundam model, so that was pretty fun too.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Oh, okay. Someone here is taking notes.
Yeah. It was pretty hard. Like, I thought I'd be done in an hour. It took about 3.
Nice.
It was worth it.
No, that's the uphill battle.
Gotta spend that time, man.
Yep.
What about you, Moss? How was Christmas?
Christmas is cool. We don't really do the whole gift stuff anymore. So it's just really like a chill day with good food and family.
Nice.
So,
What else do you need?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
It saves a lot of money that way too, and a lot of headache.
Yeah.
Facts.
But yeah, I made a eggnog cheesecake. Came out really good.
Let's go.
Eggnog cheesecake with ginger snap crust, because it's like a gingerbread feeling, for the Christmas season. Goes together pretty well. I made a caramel cake for the first time, and that came out pretty good too. And then I made a prime rib, but I messed up on it, so we're not.
It happens.
You can't mess up.
Yeah,
on
I
that.
need to meet the. I made a really good one last year,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, we had a meat thermometer last year. We don't have one this year, so I need to make sure I invest in one of those and a candy thermometer because I threw mine out.
Got it.
You know who has that kind of stuff? Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh no, we don't go there. That store is so expensive. I hate that store.
Yeah, you gotta get it. You gotta get that expensive candy thermometer.
Nah, man.
He said
Will
no.
last a lifetime.
You see, they don't exist out here no more, right?
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, the one in Tracy closed down, and their
Yeah, I
prices
remember
are
that.
still expensive
I remember
while
that.
they were closing down.
That's because it's in Tracy. Like, no disrespect, but our mall's been dead way before COVID.
Oh yeah, you would have think COVID's like 5 years old, dude. Like that mall was not popping.
Hey, you guys can't disrespect the fully charged venue like that.
All right, I take it back. Play Live was popping, but
Play
if you
Live
went
was
down
popping.
the wrong corridor of the mall, you think, where am I?
Oh yeah,
Hey, you take a wrong turn, you're in the shadow realm. Like, what's going on? There's nobody here.
which is ironic because that used to be like the dope side of the mall because GameStop and or EB Games was there.
Yeah,
You're talking about the left side of the mall when you.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you walk in and you make a left, and then yeah, I remember that. Dang, that's a lifetime ago.
now it's just freaking barren wasteland.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, good Christmas, boys. It's good to be
Yep.
back.
Fun times.
All right, shall we jump into our topic? Should we tackle 2020 and dissect it?
You guys want to start at the beginning of the year, or do you want to just jump into like the last month? Because there's a lot of crap happened within like the last 4 to 6 weeks.
That's true. That's true too.
I mean, Cyberpunk dropped, Sephiroth came out, Free Melee happened.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff. that you
Yeah.
wanna do.
Well, let's cover that stuff first, and then just go over the highlights throughout the year. Then
Have you guys played Sephiroth? I love
Yes.
Sephiroth. Sephiroth busted, son. I played. I'm like, what is this? Like, why'd I give him this?
yeah, I've been playing him. I like him, but he doesn't really fit my play style. So
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
he's still
I can see
fun.
that.
He's still fun.
Oh man, if you play a Sephiroth that like zoning you with that back air,
Yeah,
with that tilt, oh man, have fun, dude.
he's decent at rushdown, but I feel like that's not what he's supposed to be doing.
Yo, he's so good at. I think he's good at keeping you out, like off the ledge, man. Like it's scary because he's got long normals. So if you come back to the ledge, at the wrong angle, he can clip you. Neutral air can deal with that. Either his aerials or either forward or back air deal with you there too. His up air is wild, dude. You seen the up air? Oh my goodness, the hitbox on that's the whole screen. What is that?
So is the lag after you hit it.
Oh, that's true. The down air is good too, dude. The down air, like once you figure out like how to use that at the ledge,
Mhm.
you can use it like how Ivysaur be doing that, man. Like they're coming back from below and you down there at the right spot. You're just gonna plummet. You just go plummet. You just go plummeting, dude. Like I'm like, oh man, that's kind of nice. Projectile feels pretty good. Orbs is kind of ridiculous, dude.
Never
Yeah, they
landed,
seem pretty
so-
good.
Orbs, the orbs, because you got to respect it. Because once you get tagged, you got to block at the right time. And if you're in the air, right, you better hope your opponent can't combo after it, because it's pretty good if you ask me. So, yeah, I like Sephiroth a lot.
Nice. Yeah, so I haven't really played him yet. I unlocked him, and then I played Smash for like 5 minutes, and then I turned it off.
But did you do the Sephiroth challenge?
Yeah, that's how so I unlocked him with the Sephiroth challenge, and then I turned the game off, basically.
Now, did you play the Sephiroth challenge?
Oh yeah, I lost it the first round. I wasn't ready. And then,
so did you guys play? Did you play it on very hard?
I did. Yeah. I immediately booted on very hard.
Yes.
I think my siblings are watching, and I gotta set an example. I can't be. I can't be. You know what I mean. Can't be taking the easy way out. Actually, could you unlock him on the easy difficulty and then the medium one, or? Like,
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yep.
That's good. That's fair, right? So I think it took me.
I played it on very hard, and that was about it. So I did that.
The 5 minutes. Okay. It took me like 5 tries, I think, on very hard. I played my main. I forgot who was saying. I remember who was telling me. He's like, you should play Cloud. And I was like, dude, you're crazy. I'm playing my main, dude. I'm trying to get him now. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet. I'm pretty sure you did. Dude, I was like, I'm gonna just cheese him, dude. I got into a certain, or I grabbed him at the ledge, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just cargo throw stage spike, right? Dude, he teched the stage.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Bro, he teched the stage, and I was just dumbfounded, like, dude, this is a real player. What is this?
So I tried to unlock him with K-Roll. That did not work. Like, I didn't realize that it was HP battle, so that threw me off.
Uh-huh.
And then he killed me like 3 times. I was like, all right. And
okay.
I switched to Falcon. I don't even like really play Falcon.
Uh-huh.
But I unlocked it with Falcon hella quick.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I Falcon punched him and he killed him. I was like, all right, I'll take that.
Hey, we take those. Yeah, that's good. That's what I like to hear.
Landed the Falcon punch. That's already great.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
it's the best move to hit, man.
Right. Oh man, but yeah, Sephiroth's pretty good. Pretty good character.
The reveal out of nowhere too.
Oh, that's the other thing that pissed people off in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. It really was out of nowhere. But yeah,
it felt so random. The reveal for it.
It really
like I don't remember what I was doing that day, but like I got home and I went onto YouTube and I was like, "The hell is this?"
Yeah.
I was at work when it was happening, and I just watched it. I was getting hyped, so yeah, it was indeed a good day. You know what's a coincidence is that all this Sephiroth dropped in the chaos that is free melee. Thoughts?
And it also hold on, hey, real quick though, it also dropped during the Game Awards. With like the most controversial things within the last 6 weeks.
An event for 6 weeks, that's for sure. Oh man. So free
melee happened.
Free melee, huh?
Yeah. So let's recap free melee because I mean I didn't really pay attention to it. I just knew we needed to free melee.
Well, to sum it up, Big House was going to be Big House. Oh my gosh, Big House was going to be hosted with Slippy. Obviously, right? That's everything that's been using for
social distance tournament.
Yeah, so it was going to be hosted using Slippy. So it was going to be an online tournament. Big House is a well-renowned tournament. It's been hyped for years. Every Smasher at this point, at least if you were in competitive Smash, you were aware of it. And Nintendo sent a cease and desist, and it mainly had to do with Slippy. And if you're not aware of what Slippy is, it's just an extremely convenient way to play Melee online. And not only that, but it's because it has rollback netcode, it's extremely playable. And having played it myself, I can see why it's garnered so much attention, so much traction. It's great.
It plays really well.
I swear it plays like
it plays so good.
Plays like local. I swear it does. Like I'm impressed. Like I don't play Melee like very regularly, but when I was messing around in Melee with a friend of mine and we played a set, it felt great, man. So Yeah, shout out to Slippy, man. But yeah,
Slippy
so
plays so good. Like,
yeah, where'd you play it, Moss?
I want to get a PC just so I can play Melee online.
You dude, yeah, the worth to be honest. Melee is awesome. Like that,
It plays so good,
it really
and
did.
it's
It
a
really
game that
does.
I enjoy playing. So yeah,
Yeah.
like, that's one of the things I want to invest in next year.
Uh-huh. So yeah, so Nintendo sends a cease and desist, and yeah, and not just Twitter, but social media. The community was up in arms about it, and it's been free Melee ever since. And it's sad because the Melee community is has some of the most diehard fans I've ever seen, and it's a grassroots scene, and they are for sure the definition of persistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they are, man. They really are. If it were me, if I was huge if I was a huge Melee head and I was all about it, man, worst comes to worst. I thought about this too. I was like, worst comes to worst, I'm gonna just play this off stream, dude. Like, this is, this game would never die for me if I were diehard like that. So, hey, worst comes to worst, guys. Just have it at your local, dude. Have it at your local. Keep playing online. Just keep grinding it, man. Melee will never truly die, if you don't let it. So
I don't think they're gonna let it die.
absolutely not. I think Melee is great.
I love Melee, but I wouldn't be like mad if stop making it. If it, they just let it rest.
Oh no, yeah, me too. To be honest, I mean, like I said, I'm not heavily. I'm not like a. While I do love the game, and I will 100% run sets with people. Yeah, I'm not like super emotionally invested.
Yeah, like
if it. Yeah, I feel you on that, Moss.
We talked about it a little bit, like when this was going on, but I wouldn't like. It's got to be really frustrating just to have to go through this every time you want to do something with Melee. Every time, like they try to do something with Melee,
right?
Nintendo gets in the way.
Basically, and that's kind of why. That's kind of why I feel like
even when they raise money for like a good reason,
I know, right?
Nintendo still gets in the way. So it's just like, dude, why you keep going through this?
Yeah,
like,
why?
I get that the game is really enjoyable, but I mean, it doesn't even really. You don't really make that much money off of it.
True.
Like
that's true.
Like I feel like it's more trouble than it's worth. Like, of course, people, if you enjoy the game, play it. But it's just so much work to be able to play it, legally for one, and like regularly. Like, in order to play it optimally, you need a CRT TV. Yeah. Like that's just that in and of itself is already a pain,
to carry it.
Yeah, man, that's nobody has a CRT TV anymore.
That's crazy to me. Like, what about 20 years from now? You really think we're still gonna be playing Melee at locally?
Right? I don't know. It already hurts people's hands as it is. Like, come on.
Right.
It's 20 years old, and I get that. Like, Marvel 2 is still being played a lot.
Third Strike.
But Capcom is not bothering any of those players. Like,
right.
Just let it go at this point.
Yeah, like I said,
I love Melee, so
right. Yeah, we do. Like I said, worst comes to worst, man. Just if you got the game, yeah, dude, host a local, bring it to your local, play it. It won't really die unless you let it. You know what I mean? If it's not streamed, that shouldn't change. It shouldn't change your love for it. So it is unfortunate, and I hate it, but yeah, no, I definitely see your point, Moss.
If Nintendo is not going to support it, what more can you guys do? If it really came down to it, Nintendo could just shut the whole community down if they really wanted to.
Well, I don't know. Don't count the Melee people out because they built that netcode up from nothing. They'll probably invent their own GameCube. Invent their own CRTs.
Instead of inventing a new GameCube, go invent a new Smash. Go invent a new, basically the same game, but with random new characters.
Rivals of Aether. What do you mean?
Well, they tried it before. There was another one, Icons, but that didn't fall through.
Like, they've done a real the people that did like Project M and stuff. They've done a great job making like custom characters that are based off of like actual characters that already exist, like Knuckles and all that. They've done a really good job. Just create some new characters and take the moveset that you guys made for like existing characters, take some of those stages and reskin them, and release a new game and call it a day.
Oh man. But yeah, man. So we'll, only time will tell what will happen with Melee.
I mean, they put they're putting so much work into, keeping Melee alive. And it's a lot of man hours and stuff, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they could probably build it, they probably could have worked on a new game and released it and actually made money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And be able to stream it. And not have to worry about Nintendo's, crap anymore,
Right. That's true.
But hey, that's just my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But keep playing Melee because it's a great game.
Same, because it really truly is it's once in a generation kind of thing. So enjoy it if you can.
And they're not gonna re-release it ever. They're not re-releasing that in HD, and if they do, they're changing it up. So just enjoy classic Melee the way we have it. Figure out a way to actually keep the game going.
The millions listening to the Fully Charged podcast, millions of hearts just broke all around the world.
Trust me, I want it so bad, but it's not happening. Heck, that's one of the things that I said I want as my my big wants for the gaming industry. Is a re-release of Melee. But I already know that's not happening. So,
well, I mean, maybe it is, because what didn't make sense to me is nobody's buying Melee from Nintendo. So it's like,
oh, for sure,
they're not losing money.
They're not, and they're actually getting publicity. But at the same time, with all the stuff that was released this year about the Melee, or about this not Melee community, but Smash community, I kind of want to distance myself too.
Yeah, that was this year.
That didn't help the cause.
That was
at
this
all, so
year. Oh,
that was
my
this
goodness.
year, this summer.
This year truly was an eternity.
Yeah. So with all the stuff that came out, I kind of want to distance myself too.
Fair.
And they do a pretty good job of distancing themselves from the competitive Smash community.
Right. Oh man, truly a long year indeed. My goodness.
Yeah. I remember when the free Melee stuff was going on, hella of the pro Smash players were really excited about it. Just okay, my bad. Just super angry with Nintendo and all that. But it's it's kind of that's been Nintendo's MO. I don't know how.
Oh, it's not
people are still getting.
It's not news. It's not news. It's not a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for freaking forever.
Right.
They don't support the game at all, competitively. They don't put any money behind the competitive scene because they don't need to and they don't want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've accepted it a long time ago. Like I said, the game will never truly die if people keep it alive. And it's I'm well aware. And
yeah, I'm not supporting Nintendo's I'm not supporting the way they deal with their games and all that. But that's what they do. So I'm used to it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I can say that though because it doesn't affect me the same way it would people that have fully invested and have dedicated basically their lives to playing that game.
Right. But a fair, but a fair,
yeah,
give a fair assessment to them.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd be kind of pissed off too if I was Nintendo. Dude, we've released 3 games since Melee.
We still play no.
And you guys are still complaining about this damn game.
When that patch dropping, what do you mean? Nintendo gonna patch? It's good.
Melee, Sephiroth. Hit the Sephiroth button.
Oh man, it's funny.
Oh man. So let's see. So Carl, you got Cyberpunk, right?
I did get Cyberpunk. Great game, by
Did
the
you
way.
have to deal with the constant crashing and ugliness that the PS4 and Xbox Series, Xbox One players had to deal with?
No, absolutely not. That is entirely different group of people, and I do feel empathy, right? See, this is my experience with the game, right? So it's definitely gotten a lot of negative attention over the last couple weeks, and it's, and yeah, a lot of it is deserved. But also I noticed a lot of people who didn't even play the game also, that's my issue too, is people that don't play the game give their input, right? So if you don't play the game, I'm not gonna lie, your word doesn't have much merit. I'm just gonna be completely honest here. Like, for example, there was someone in like my Discord that was saying like, yo, that's just trash. It was like, yo, it's trash, optimized extremely poorly. I mean, that much is true, right? So he's like, yeah, optimized poorly. Yo, it's overhyped because Keanu Reeves and, it's been in development for 6 years. Mechanics are trash, right? And one person said something, and it was like a mind-blowing statement. He's like, oh, man, that sucks. Really wanted that game, man. He goes, do you have it? Skip this dude goes, nah. And I was just like, yo, that's a no comment. Anyway, right? So from my experience with Cyberpunk, I have crashed once in my 20 to 30 hours playing. I've crashed once. One time I fell under the map. I even clipped it too. I have a clip of myself falling in the map. And even better is I wasn't even doing anything. I was just driving, and I really just fell through the road. And I'm not gonna lie, it was hilarious. I thought it was funny, right? That was the first time in 20 hours that had happened. It had never happened, right? And I was just in disbelief. I was shocked, but mostly amused, because I was like, wow, this is hilarious. Like, I thought this was funny. I reloaded the game. I was able to play just fine. So my main issues with so the positives first. I think it's great, man. I know mechanics. I think it's very deep game. The RPG elements are cool. You customize your character. There's like three different character backgrounds that you can try. The plot is super interesting. I love the plot, dude. If you like a good story, go get Cyberpunk. It's a great story. Yeah, I think it's fun, man, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game when it's running well.
Unless you're playing on last gen consoles.
Unless you are, I'm going to touch on that after, right? Because that's facts too. Okay, so I have a PC, right? Let me give some context to the people. I have a PC, expensive one at that, and I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it is luxury. No, you shouldn't have to pay that much to play games, right? That's my opinion, right? So, it's completely fine to have a console. But yeah, so positives first. Yeah, dude, it's fun. That's really what it comes down to. Now for the negatives, I think it's optimized like really poorly. I'm not gonna lie. Even if you have let me put into perspective to you. My computer is probably worth like anywhere between $1,200 to $1,500 right now, right? And it like the way it run, like if you're gonna spend that much, it better run like better run like a dream. The game runs like a dream, like actually it runs a little less than a dream, like 90% of the time, right? And by that I mean like there's no like weird skipping, there's no weird frame drops. It feels smooth, right? And for the most part, it has been smooth. Gonna be honest, but it will dip in performance in like a really busy area, and for like a computer that costs this much, I'm not gonna lie, it shouldn't do that. It shouldn't be doing that. But that's my real only gripe. There's a lot of bugs in the game, but that's nothing we haven't seen with Fallout, Skyrim, Morrowind. Yeah, you just play a Bethesda game? I swear to you, it's Bethesda simulator. Like Skyrim, those games are beloved, right? The Witcher 3. If people don't remember, that Witcher 3 actually launched it was riddled with bugs too. Like when it first launched.
Isn't that the same developer?
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It is the same.
So this is just their style.
Yeah, dude,
just let it go.
Yeah, I'm not excusing it with bugs, but I'm not gonna lie. I've played 30 hours of the game, and I've had nothing game breaking so far. Right? The under the map thing was like once in 30 hours. And dude,
Mhm.
I have countless bugs experience with Fallout, Skyrim, and all those other games. I'm just gonna be completely honest. The Witcher 3 too. Yo, The Witcher 3, the Game of the Year edition. I also had bugs. Not a big deal. I love that game. Right. So that's my only issue. That's what my only issue. I don't like that if you have an older console, that it was deceiving. Right. They should have been a lot more forward about the presentation, the graphics, right? Like, yeah, you got an older console, but at the same time, they weren't very forward about it. And yeah, they released the apology. They're gonna try to work on the game as much as they can, try to mitigate the damage. But yeah, that's one of my gripes too. I'm like, dude, that's kind of unfortunate because they spent the same $60 we did. And even though they have old hardware, they should have at least known what they were in for. So.
The thing that gets me about the the older consoles is that they were developing the game like for the whole console generation, basically. Like all
yeah, that's a good point.
The PS4 and Xbox, I can't remember which one it is. Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
The names are confusing. Xbox One and PS4 were the whole console generation that these games were developed for during like the whole generation, and all of a sudden just like, yeah, we're gonna make these optimized for the new systems. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. They delayed it, right? They delayed it, and then the new consoles hadn't come out yet. And then when they delayed it, it would be because after, right? But it looks it looks infinitely better, and it plays better.
I think it was the last delay they did for it. They made it sound like it was specifically for the new consoles. Specifically so that it would run right on the new console. So why didn't it run right on the old consoles? That's just weird to me.
No, yeah,
but
I agree.
I've heard great things about the game outside of the old console stuff.
Right.
Got it. I've heard it's kind of like Mass. My friend was playing it, and he said it reminds him of Mass Effect, and I was like, oh shit. Now I might have to play to get this game.
Right. Sold.
Like, yeah, that was enough for me to be like, oh. And like I've heard really good things about it. Outside of the the drops and all that stuff. Like if it runs properly on your system, then it runs really well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it eventually. But my backlog is so freaking large that I don't know what I'm gonna get for this.
That's everyone, I'm sure.
I was gonna get it, but I just can't seem to find it on the PSN store anymore. I don't know what happened.
It's like you never. Crazy. It's like you never stop podcasting. Now it's like you never.
Amazing.
I mean, I searched and I just could not find it.
Just couldn't find it, man. It's ridiculous.
So
it's almost like a PS5.
So if you didn't know,
it's almost like the next gen consoles.
So,
just can't find it.
So if you did not know, recently, after the outrage and the controversy surrounding the release of Cyberpunk and its performance issues, PSN or PlayStation Sony decided to take it off the PlayStation Store. And you can also are eligible for a refund, at least with CD Projekt Red. Yeah, that's as far as I know. Because they specifically say, like, hey, if you want to refund the game, because of your experience, it's perfectly fine, right? That's crazy to me because Cyberpunk was a highly anticipated AAA game, and it got taken off the PlayStation Store. That's crazy. I don't even have a console, but it didn't hit me until now, like the magnitude of that move. Right? That's crazy.
So, just I think a little bit of background on that too. I don't think Sony allows any refunds for their games if you purchase digitally, but like Steam and stuff do. So for it to happen on PlayStation, it's really like whoa,
Whoa, yeah.
It's a pretty big deal that happened on PlayStation. But even in spite of all of that, it still sold 13 million copies in like a week. In spite of people wanting refunds, in spite of returns, all that stuff, it still sold 13 million plus copies.
Yeah. So see, this is my thing, right? So like, with social media being a thing, being so prominent now, these things generate controversy. A lot of people are very outspoken. But what I always like to say is the people enjoying the game and just having a good time, just playing what they invested in. They don't talk on Twitter. They don't talk. They're not.
They're too
They're not
busy
saying
enjoying the
they're
game,
too
right?
play. Yeah, exactly. They're too busy playing the game, and no one who likes the game is actually posting on Reddit, posting on social media. They're just like, what's going on? Yeah. And then like they read the threads. They're like, what do you mean? I just finished the game. It was great.
It was amazing. What are you talking about?
Because this is my thoughts during Last of Us 2, right? People not talking, not saying anything in Last of Us 2. They just weren't saying anything. They were at home voting for it at the video game awards. Like there were no threads, no nothing. Like,
Isn't that sad though? We only talk online when it's to talk badly about something.
Yep.
Yeah, and the gaming community is notorious for that. So that's funny to me.
Yeah, we're salty.
We are. I think we're salty by nature.
Like, how many times have you seen somebody on there? Man, I went 0-2 today, man. F all this, F all that. It's terrible. This game sucks.
Skill-based matchmaking of this. Like, man, the toxicity is so real. Man, this the color of this should be this and not that. Unplayable. Like.
Oh man, people were really trying to get rid of the Sephiroth stage over colorblind mode, and we've had.
Whoa, wait! I didn't know about this.
Yeah, so the stage when it first came out, everybody was saying, "Oh, this should be legal," and then that's wherever they were. Those people came out of nowhere, talking about, well, what about colorblind issues? And it's like we've had Final Destination, we've had all kinds of colorblind issue stages legal for years. It's never been a problem.
All of a sudden, it is now.
Yeah, people just don't want more stages.
Is that it? I feel like that's gotta be it, man. Like, cause, like I said, remember when Joker stage came out? Like, I can see that stage. I get why we wouldn't.
That one was too big. Yeah.
Right, but I'd be open. Like, to me, I'm just open to somewhere new, right? And I remember going to Fully Charged, and definitely a lot of mixed feelings about it. But yeah, I heard some people were like, "Yeah, dude, we're down." I'm tired of PS2. Like let's play somewhere else. But yeah, I guess that's it. Maybe people just don't want more stages.
Yeah.
Okay, so outside of colorblind issues, why else would people want to ban Sephiroth stage? Because it seems like a pretty legit stage.
The only other issue I heard was the story in the background can be a little distracting. And I'm not gonna lie, I did watch it a couple times.
Wait, there's a story in the background?
Yeah.
I gotta watch it. I haven't even seen it. Yeah, that's how you know I'm playing the game. I even noticed that.
Yeah, stop focusing.
You're telling a gamer to stop focusing? What is this? Everyone knows I'm tryharding every second of the day in every game I play, and I don't actually play games for fun. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, people are saying it's a better Kalos because Kalos has the sides.
Okay.
But I'd say keep them both in because the sides introduce interesting gameplay. Like, Mewtwo has a wall jump. I never get to use it. There's no walls to jump off of.
Yeah, I actually like Kalos. I think Kalos is a great stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm all for Sephiroth stage. Why not? I am colorblind, by the way.
Oh,
are you really?
I am. I don't know if I feel like this is a revelation every time I tell anyone, right? But yeah, I am. I'm not gonna lie, not having issues with the stage.
There you have it.
Well, thank you.
I'm colorblind, so
that makes my mind up about the stage.
If you guys,
TO, so
okay, I don't know if you guys are thinking this. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But it's not that bad. It's not literally I see like a dog does. Everything's in black and white. It just means I'm just really bad with. I think it's a combination of me being extremely bad with colors and actually being colorblind. Because I've done tests before, and there are legit certain colors I have legit issues seeing. I think red is one of them, and like green. Yeah, it's like red and green or something. And then I have issues with purple and blue too. I don't know why. I just do. But it's not that severe though. I still, if you give me
issues with purple and blue,
if you give me the bluest of the blue and the reddest of the reds and so on and so forth, I can see it, right? But if it's some obscure color that you be seeing in like the 64 pack in the Crayola box, I'm bodied free.
So you're saying cerulean and burgundy.
Okay, you lost me. Yeah, I'm good. I know burgundy is actually my car. That's actually my car. I didn't know it was burgundy for a while. No, I didn't know it was burgundy till it hit the sun. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was bad.
Wait, so what color did you think it was?
Hey, that's a no comment. Anyway, stage is fine with me.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man. Oh man, there's an eventful.
These past 4 weeks have been eventful.
That's what I'm saying. This could be like a 5-hour podcast. It's not going to be.
Since we're talking about Sephiroth stage, it got announced at the Game Awards, and the Game Awards were pretty controversial.
Did you guys watch that? I was at work.
I did not.
Okay.
I didn't.
I didn't watch it, but Twitter was blowing up about
it was.
Last of Us 2 and how it won Game of the Year, and I don't know how many other awards.
Right.
I think.
What
are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think I'm the wrong person to ask about this because I love the game. If anything, if it's not in my top 5 all time, it's an honorable mention. It'll.
Damn, that good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm saying it's like Game of the Year good.
Like I said, I'm the wrong person to ask because I definitely think it was Game of the Year. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Like, and get this, guys, I actually beat the game. Isn't that crazy? Imagine finishing a game in 2020.
What else do you have to do in 2020?
Start games.
That's so crazy.
I mean, this is the year to finish games, if anything.
I finished Last of Us 2, and I'm not gonna spend too long on it, but I actually love the gameplay and I love the plot. I'm just gonna be completely honest. It gets when people talk about Last of Us 2, it gets weirdly political, and it gets like it really does. It gets weirdly political, and it just it's kind of like I think a lot of people are thinking too much into it. But I personally thought the story was very interesting, and the gameplay is so smooth. It's so good. The best part is like the dodging mechanic. It feels so fluid. When you're fighting something, it's like it doesn't feel clunky at all. It's smooth, right? It's just even if the animations, if the animations are like super or like you've seen it like a million times, it never got old for me because it felt so fluid. It felt so natural, and that to me, makes the game. So, hey, I'm the wrong person to ask. I really did think it was Game of the Year.
So far I've enjoyed the game. I haven't beat it yet. But I've played probably like a good 5 to 8 hours maybe of it. And I don't get what all the controversy is about the game. Like even when the game came out, it was already like a little controversial for some reason.
That's a whole nother podcast. It's like something about it. Again, it got political. I don't even think it is this podcast. Like, never mind.
Like, I think I kind of know why, but at the same time, I don't. And I know the leaks didn't help either.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't – from what I've played of it, it's a good game. Like you were saying, it feels really good, controls really well. Like, the first 2 hours of it were already like, oh, my gosh, really?
Yeah.
The story's always like, same thing with the first one, like within like the first 10 minutes, the story grips you. So like they do a really good job narratively. So yeah, it's really, really enjoyable so far. My nephew played it and he loved it. Only thing he said that like the ending kind of pissed him off, not in a bad way. So that's even like,
okay.
That's a good thing too. Like somebody gets irritated by the ending, but it's not because of like the ending was just bad. That's also like
makes you think.
That's nothing to be mad about,
Yeah. All right.
So I've only heard like really good things about it, unless I'm online.
Unless, you got me. Yeah. Keywords.
I don't know what other what other awards they won at the Game Awards, and why everybody was so mad that they won so many awards. But I mean, it was a good game. Like, I don't really know what else is gonna be better than it. I mean, I don't think Animal Crossing should be Game of the Year.
It
was a big game, and there's nothing against Animal Crossing, but it's Animal Crossing.
If you ask me, it definitely deserved the nomination because of when it came out. But I agree with you. I don't think it should have been Game of the Year either.
As far as I can kind of get the argument, but it's Game of the Year, not it would make Game of the Year not because of the game itself, but the kind of game that it is in the time that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would ever even get something get a Game of the Year nom if it wasn't for 2020.
Right. Yo, I really love that. I forgot about this. I love that Hades is on here as a nominee because it's yes. Super Giant Games is not a AAA dev. This is a roguelike game that's $20 right now. Maybe 30. I think maybe on sale. It might be 25 or 30. But this is not a $60 game like AAA. That's huge to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another game I want to get.
Yeah, so that's something
I've heard really good about that too.
Yeah.
And it looks really nice. I like the art direction for it.
Oh yeah, me too. I think it's a great game. So but yeah, so that's
what else is on the Game of the Year?
Oh, so we have yeah, I got it. So it's 7 remake. Tsushima, I heard a lot of good things about Tsushima too. I'm glad it's on there. That's good. Doom Eternal. I don't know. I've never played Doom. I haven't seen anything on that. I'm not familiar, so maybe it was good.
It probably was. I've always heard good things about Doom, but I also don't feel like FPSs usually would actually be Game of the Year.
Right.
And maybe that's just my bias, but I also it's kind of how I feel about fighting games. I don't ever think the fighting game might actually be Game of the Year.
Oh no, me neither. Me never.
FPS.
Yeah, give me a good tutorial first. We think talk about that. It'll be the discussion maybe.
Fighting game, FPS, and racing game, and a sports game. I don't see any of those ever winning Game of the Year. So,
right.
The fact that it's even on there is good, but I think it's just kind of a sign of 2020.
Right, that's fair.
I don't know. Maybe Halo has gotten it, but
but Halo is
Halo or one of the 1, 2, or 3s.
Probably 1, 2, or 3. If it hasn't won it, it's probably gotten
Halo is a Marvel. Though.
Okay, Halo 1 did.
Halo's a Marvel though. It not just only is the multiplayer iconic, but it was a single player too. So there's that.
Yeah, Halo was good.
Yeah.
Great game.
I also don't think the game awards that are now were around when Halo came out.
True.
So yeah, I think it's magazine editorials and stuff that gave it Game of the Year, but I don't think this year or this kind of game awards. I don't see any FPSs or fighting games or racing games taking it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
unless they do something like GoldenEye or Halo did.
True. Definitely see that. So I'm looking at the categories and I see best mobile game. We got to talk about this one, man. Among Us won best mobile game. That's crazy.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I think that's great, man. Among Us made a huge this year. And I played it. It's great. I had so much fun playing Among Us. That was a great game.
It's crazy. My little sister's playing it, and she doesn't really play video games. She'll dabble in when we're all together and stuff. She'll play a Mario Party, Mario Kart or whatever. But she doesn't really play video games like that. And the other day, I was, we were downstairs, and she was playing Among Us on her phone, and she was like, "Yo, don't talk to me. I'm playing Among Us."
It's serious.
Just to throw some gamer salt into this, Legends of Runeterra should have won. I play Legends of Runeterra. It's the best game.
Oh,
wait. Hold on. Did that game come out in 2020 though?
It did. Beta.
Oh, then it should have won. Among Us didn't come out it came out in 2018.
Oh, we got the 2-year head start.
Yo, I go to the wiki and all I see is free to play and card game.
It's actually What they did was really good because it's actually free to play. I have meta decks, multiple meta decks, and I haven't spent a dime on.
Wait, how did Genshin Impact not win? Genshin Impact?
It came out
They
kinda
probably
late,
had
yeah.
voting during like a raid time, so nobody could get off.
That's good. I like that. Oh my goodness.
But Among Us definitely deserved it because it had the whole.
Oh, dude, it was like a phenomenon this year.
Yeah, it's the phenomenon. Like how Fortnite was bringing gaming to everybody. Among Us brought it to everyone.
Yeah. However, I do love Among Us. But yeah, dude, wake me up when they got ranked mode for that.
Oh gosh, trying to scrim?
But no Among Us scrims. What do you mean?
Come on, man, you gotta tell me all the tryhard strats.
Man, I don't even try, dude. That game to me is perfect just the way it is. I love that game. It's the best party, one of the best party games. I actually played it at a family party a couple months ago. It was what do you call it? It was me and my siblings, and then there were like 3 other kids. And I'm definitely the oldest one there, but the grind never stops with games. And I was like, hey, we should play Among Us. And all the kids, they love that game, right? And they're like, playing local. That's right. That's crazy. We would never do that. I set up a local lobby and we all played, and it was super fun. Like Among Us.
Dude, that sounds cool.
Yeah, we played
That's
like
fun.
a local, and the kids are hilarious because you guys know me. I love to talk, and I'm huge in just on discussions. And every time I call a meeting, but these cats are mad quiet. I was like, yo, can you guys accuse somebody? Like, why I gotta do it? What is this? Right? Autumn 10, all the 9-year-olds or 13, they don't talk. I'm like, bro, please let me know what you saw. But it was super fun, man. Among Us is great. That's a great game.
This year was like pretty cool for like those kind of games. Like I remember Fall Guys was big.
Yeah.
Yes, that was 2020, guys.
Wow. This
Yeah,
year
it's-
was too much.
Yeah, that was crazy to me. Oh man,
Like Among Us and Fall Guys were like really big this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, what were some other huge, I guess, releases throughout the year? Because we keep remembering things that came out in 2020.
Let's see, Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Do you guys think? Well, real quick, while we're still talking about Game of the Year a little bit, do you guys think? Or I think Harley's the one that played it, right? Out of us,
Yeah.
how do you feel about that? Being nominee for Game of the Year,
I think it's awesome.
deserving.
Yeah, I think it's definitely deserved. If you play that game, not only is it visually appealing, but the combat was fun. I actually liked the combat a lot, and there was a lot more freedom to it than I thought. But I didn't want to be sweaty in a single player game. But I promise you, there was definitely some mechanical skill involved in the combat, and yeah, and it's just like it's a AAA single player game that's like easily 40 hours worth, and those games are typically in this category, and I felt it's appropriate. I think that was
All right.
good. I think I like The Last of Us Part 2. You know what? Yeah, I definitely like Part 2 more than it, but I'd say it deserves to be up there. That was a good game.
Okay. Does it? Okay, so you've played the original Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
And I'm sure you beat it multiple times.
Actually, you know what? No, I only finished it once. I'm gonna be
Really?
Cool. Yeah, no, I only
okay.
finished it once. I you know what though? I have watched. I have watched like from time to time. I have watched like a video on the lore, right? So I'm somewhat familiar as to what happens, but at the same time, those are very
back on here, I guess. No.
very convoluted stories in
get the
general.
FF7 Pros back on here.
The FF7 pros, yeah, you got to get the real pros on there. I only beat it once, and I know the story, right? But I'm not like a pro.
Okay, I was gonna ask you, like, since you've played the original, does this, since it's only like the first part of the full remake series, does it feel like a complete game?
Yes, considering the direction that they're going in. It's what it feels to me is a reimagining, not a complete reimagining, but if you played through the entire game, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? So most of the events take place mirror what happened in the original, but if you were paying attention to the story, you can see the direction they're going in, and I can see why it is going to be a second part. I don't know. I honestly, I kind of hope it's only a second part, but it might be a third part. I don't know too much, but I can see why it's going to do that. You know, the game is a chuck full. They decided to milk it out as much as possible, and a lot of mixed feelings about it. I personally am patient, so I'm cool, man. Like, I'll wait.
Hey, the original's 4 discs, right?
I think it's 3 discs.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 3 discs, yeah.
I didn't play it, so I don't know. Okay, so if it's 3 discs, it might be 3 games.
Fun fact: Final Fantasy VII took me 60 hours to beat.
The remake or the
two more
No,
discs.
the old one. The new one took me 40 hours to beat. The old one took me 60 hours to finish.
All right, so we're looking at 120 hours total. 3 games. Sounds good.
Well, isn't that the guy who made Kingdom Hearts?
I believe so.
Yeah, so we know it's going to be Final Fantasy 7.1.
Oh, okay.
Drop this.
We're getting final mix this year.
Yeah, final mix.
Final mix. Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
2.5 divided by 8. Yeah.
Cat by
if you guys
Sid.
want to play the full Final Fantasy 7, you need
Arcade
18
edition.
different consoles. You're gonna need 18 different devices to play on across 4 different generations. Are you ready?
Don't forget about Arcade Edition, boys. Always.
What about the Ultimate, man? There's always an Ultimate or an Ultra. Something with the U.
Ultimate Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
the Ultima version. Oh.
Game of the Year edition. Oh man, that's too funny, man. My goodness.
But that was all the way back in February, March,
or
yeah.
April.
Very early, yes.
April, yeah, right when everything
March
started.
or April, because I think got delayed.
Because of COVID. It got
Yeah,
delayed, yeah.
I think it got delayed into April. It's supposed to come out like before Doom and Animal Crossing, I believe, and then it got pushed back. And Cyberpunk was supposed to come out around the same time, and then it got pushed back, and then pushed back, and then pushed back.
One more time.
Oh, did I miss one?
Yeah, it's off the PSN thing, so gotta wait for that to come back. Oh man. So March. I mean February. I mean, let's just not count January and February as part of the year. Those were pre-COVID.
months.
That was 2019.
That was 2019.
The good months.
The good months.
2019 got 14 months. Oh,
And then 2020 had what? 10?
8 really long months.
Yeah,
Or
10.
10 really long months.
Yeah. Time slowed
real
down.
Quick.
Really did.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, while we're talking about how long 2020 has been, I was looking through my pictures because I got to clear some stuff out.
Mhm.
And I had a picture of the last time I went to the movies, and it was back in like really early March. It's like, dude, it's sad.
I can't
you
even
see?
remember. I can't even remember the last time I watched the movie. Oh my goodness.
The last thing I seen was Sonic for the second time because it was cheap.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because it was godlike.
Oh, it was a really good movie too. But
Okay,
it was
that's
really
good.
cheap.
That's good.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. So, like, it wasn't like a really good movie, but it was a good movie for what it was.
Man, they should have released the pre-patched version of that movie.
No way. The graphics are terrible.
What do you mean, dude? That's like that
Dude, it
Chun-Li.
looked like it
Chun-Li
looked like
face model.
pre-gen.
Oh, pre-gen.
It was just last gen graphics.
Yeah, they tried to release it with last gen graphics, and the community was having none of it. So they were like, "Dude, give us the now." You saw how quick they were with the patch?
Yeah. That's the amazing part
man.
to me. Like they remade that movie in less than 6 months.
Shout outs to those guys.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
That's what I like to hear.
Oh man.
So yeah, anything new? Anything else you guys want to address in in 2020?
Well, I mean, as far as TV shows go, I rewatched or I filled in the gaps on One Piece because I started reading at Maynard, and so I never read or saw the original like Arlong Park, Enies Lobby, all those,
All the good stuff.
all the good stuff,
All the really good stuff. It's all
Yeah.
good, but
the really
Annie's
good
Lobby is
stuff.
one of my favorites. So,
Yeah, that was amazing. Like as an arc.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever go back to Drum Island?
No, not yet.
Come on, Nosh.
I'm burnt out on One Piece after.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How can you be burnt out on One Piece? No, I'm just.
Like at one point it was I just said I'm gonna just marathon this, and the stupid thing about One Piece is the first 3 minutes of the show, that's the opening, then the next 7 minutes are the recap.
The anime is ridiculous.
Yeah,
The anime is a little ridiculous right now. They are stretching the hell out of the anime, but that's besides the point.
so each episode was really like 10 minutes, so I'd go through like 6 in an hour skipping through stuff.
Not bad. That's gains.
Yeah, and it was worth it. It was good to see it again.
That's good. It's good to hear. Doesn't matter what year it is. One Piece is always in style.
For like 6 maybe more years.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
It feels like it's getting towards the end game though.
It is, yeah. I mean, who could be bigger than the two villains right now? There's only like a couple people.
Yep.
I don't know, man. He asked Naruto that.
Oh,
Somehow they made it work.
Oh my gosh, no.
Somehow they were bigger villains for whatever reason.
Oh man, yeah.
That's okay. That's comedy.
We'll talk about that later down the road.
We will, 100%.
you guys got to catch me up on Naruto.
We've been waiting for that one. We've been waiting for that episode. But yeah, any other shows, Naj?
I was really just rewatching a lot of stuff.
Same.
Disney Plus. There was a bunch of classic movies, classic shows. 30 Rock.
Wait, you watched
Other
30 Rock
sitcoms.
again?
Yeah.
Wait, you watched the whole thing? Like
Yeah.
One Piece?
Well, I'm going
I've
through it
never seen
slowly.
30 Rock.
I've never seen it either. Oh, I mean, I've seen like maybe like clips here and there. I love Tina Fey, by the way, huge fan. But yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it. I love sitcoms too, which is funny. I just haven't seen. I gotta put that on. I gotta put that in a queue somewhere or what? Like my notes. I want to watch.
It's switching streaming services, all right?
Yes,
After
Hulu.
this year. So what's
I
on
don't know.
Hulu now? It's leaving.
Oh, it is?
I think so.
Oh boy, I gotta go into overtime. I've been watching it slowly.
Wait, no, do you still have ads on your Hulu?
No, I took that off. One
there you
Piece
go.
with ads, that was impossible.
No, that's impossible.
There you go.
We don't play.
Hey, since I started watching One Piece on Hulu with ads, and I got, I think, to Alabasta
Yeah.
with ads.
With ads.
That was the first time I ever watched it. So yeah, I was dedicated.
Not bad.
I think that's around the time where I said, you know what? It's just $5 more.
Is it? I have been paying for freaking ad-free Hulu for so long. I don't know how much it costs. I'm just like, no ads, please.
Yeah, it's about 5 more.
Hmm.
But yeah, no real new TV shows. Wait, no, one anime, Akaduma. Yeah,
Academia?
Akaduma Drive.
What is that? What's that?
So like when I saw it, it was like this really stylistic, the art direction, but then I thought, oh boy, it's just one of those animes where everybody's a trope and this guy's the tsundere and all that. And when it started, it was like that, but it was like so the basic setting without any spoilers, you have this one girl and she's thrown into the world of the Akaduma, which are like the criminals.
Okay.
And they live in this futuristic society where, everybody has cell phones, everybody has electronics, so they can automatically, detect if you're a criminal or a regular citizen.
Okay.
So she's thrown into this heist with 6 other like professional criminals. And that's where like the whole archetype things go. Like, oh, this guy's name is Fighter. This guy's name is Courier. Her name is Doctor. That guy's Hacker.
Okay.
And then it just got better and better every week. So
Nice.
That's good.
How many episodes is it?
12. It's
okay.
easy. Yeah.
First, is that a season or did it end?
It ended. Yeah.
Or did it conclude? Honestly, better than a lot most anime.
Yeah.
Conclusion? That's what I like to see.
That's where I was conflicted. I was like, on the one hand, I'm glad they ended it, but on the other, it could have gone 26, like Shampoo or Cowboy Bebop.
I think 26 or just that amount of episodes is like the sweet spot for like an anime that you're itching to know how it ends, like how it concludes. So
or 956 plus episodes.
Yeah, okay.
One Piece.
Yeah, that's definitely the sweet spot.
I personally prefer like a good 12 episode anime. Get through it in a day.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
definitely. I mean,
that sounds interesting. I want to watch. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Wow.
Oh, okay. That's good.
There we go.
Yeah. So I mean, check it out. 1 day, 2 days. Watching it weekly was refreshing too, because I haven't done that in a while. It's been binge watching.
Isn't it weird doing that?
Kind of let it soak in. You know what I mean? Kind of let it sink in, and you're just like, okay, like you have time to think about the episode.
Help me know what day it was. Straight up, like, oh, that comes out today. That and Fargo was actually pretty good.
Okay. Oh, Fargo. Okay.
Yeah, with Chris Rock in a serious role.
Okay.
That's wild.
Yo, I heard that's really good.
It is.
Fargo. Okay.
And you don't have to like watch the other seasons to know what's going on either. So that's like, that's relief.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check out the other ones though, because yeah, they got me hooked on Fargo. The storytelling, next level. Nice. But what shows did you guys watch?
I watched Queen's Gambit.
Nice. I've heard really good things about that.
I thought it was great. I don't think I loved it as much as everybody did, but I did like it a lot. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. It's cool seeing someone that competitive and see what their personal issues are, and see what drives them. See what makes them tick, what bothers them, and you really just got like an in-depth, behind the scenes look at someone who is a winner, like someone who's trying to win, and she, a lot of character development, just an interesting plot. Like it was interesting, you know what I mean? And and gamers in general, gamers are just competitive, and like when you watch the show, you just watch someone that's competitive. So that's, to me, that's what made it. So,
nice.
So Ninja would approve then, because she was trying to win.
Okay, let's. All right, that's okay.
But that show is huge, because I see everybody's playing chess now on Twitch.
Chess was already huge before that show. It was already blowing up. Like with them sponsoring Hikaru. Is that his name? I think that's his name. So, TSM sponsoring Hikaru Nakamura, with the Botez sisters, Magnus Carlsen. Those guys. Yeah, I think that's great. Chess is awesome. I love chess. If I wasn't playing fighting games, I'd be playing chess free. Because chess is a 1v1, it's a 1v1 affair, requires,
no luck.
What's it requires? What?
It's no luck.
No luck. Yeah, there's all pure skill, pure experience. Like and you got to lose a lot to like really learn something. And that's why I'm a fan of chess. I'm not good at chess, right? Which is why I'm not playing it. But I think it's amazing, right? And I'm glad that the chess community or chess in general is getting more popular.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I heard like chess super blew up though. After Queen's Gambit, like,
oh yeah,
blew up again. Like the book that it's based off of became like a number one seller on Amazon again. Chess sets were like sold out, which is crazy. So yeah, it's it's kind of crazy how much of an influence like Netflix or like shows in general have on, people's interests.
So does this mean if people are picking up chess, does that mean people are gonna start picking up fighting games? Because there's no one to blame when you lose in chess. Like, you still be losing. You gotta hold that, right? So I'm just throwing thoughts out there,
They might migrate.
No, you can play chess online with no lag. So
You got me, dude. It's probably roll back.
You don't gotta worry about that. You can practice online, no problem.
It's probably roll back. You can probably play online. You get a good match, a playable match. You got me. You got fighting games. Oh man, what else did I watch? I feel like
The Good Place.
Oh, I watched.
I haven't watched it yet.
You watched it?
I remember,
That's a great show. The Good Place.
I was kind of following in your footsteps a little bit on what I was watching this year.
That was a good show. That was a great show. Right. So there's that. Man, I just feel like I watch things so often that it's difficult to keep track. I haven't watched anime in a while. If I watch anime anytime soon, it's probably gonna be Shokugeki no Soma. I watched a lot of it. I didn't finish it. I think the reason what sparked my interest again is that I'm actually cooking. I spent a lot of 2020 cooking, like actually cooking instead of talking about it. I actually did it a bunch of times, and then I'm still cooking regular, to this day. So that kind of what sparked my interest in Shokugeki again, because now I can watch it with a new perspective. So
nice.
Yeah, I mean, what stands out is Queen's Gambit. That's what I watched recently. Yeah. So. Mom, are you watching anything new?
Let's see. So basically, what did I watch this year? I rewatched Yu Yu Hakusho, which we will get to eventually.
Eventually.
Good choice.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's like the only anime that I've. Wait, no. I also watched this one anime called Interspecies Reviewers.
Wow, that sounds obscure.
It is, and it's very edgy. Like,
I sat through Sasuke, so I could sit through anything.
Oh, not edgy. Edgy.
Oh, edgy.
Edgy.
Yeah.
Oh, but I said edgy. I was like, I sat through Sasuke. I'm good, dude.
Oh man.
Oh, yo, I just seen the thumbnail. Yo, this is etchy written all over it.
Yeah. You shouldn't watch it if you're under 18. Basically, it's almost a hentai.
You got me. You got us.
But it's a really funny series. Basically, it's about these three. Like they're in like this realm where like there's a whole bunch of different like magical species. So it's like, there's like demons and angels and elves and imps and all this other stuff. And basically, the three main characters, they go around and they go to like different species brothels and rate their experience there. And it's really creative and really funny. So yeah.
Right.
Okay. And it actually, like, the animation looks pretty good too, so that's a plus. Yeah, I think that's like the only anime I've really watched this year. I started rewatching, well, not really rewatching because I never finished it. Ranma One Half, which is another like pretty old anime. It's like one of Rumiko Takahashi's like one of her OG mangas. Like she did Inuyasha and a couple other ones. So like those are all around kind of like the same time frame. Let's see, and I watched Insecure on HBO Max, which is like it's a really good show. I liked it a lot. Yeah, like outside of that, I haven't really been watching much. Oh, I've been reading One Piece. Like, so last year I bought there's 3 box sets available right now, and I bought all 3 of them last year, but I haven't really read through them.
Yeah.
So I'm reading through One Piece for the first time, like from the beginning.
Okay.
And yeah, I got to volume 41 today, and this series is stupid because I've seen it multiple times and this is my first time reading through it and I know it's going to happen, but like I still laugh and like tear up and like feel at the same moments as when I've seen it in anime. So it's like, yeah.
What's volume 40? What arc is that?
It is let's see. It's basically one of the Ennie's Lobby flashbacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I had to say it that way to not spoil anything.
All right.
Like I said, dude, even if I got spoiled, I wouldn't even remember because the series is just so freaking long.
Yeah, it's like one of the most epic parts. Like probably one of my favorite parts in that arc and in the series in general.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to One Piece, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I can't wait.
You got to catch up to it, man.
Can't wait to do this podcast 5 years from now, and y'all still talking about what? And the One Piece it's still not over. I don't know. One Piece still going on.
Yo, chapter 1,500.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then Hunter x Hunter will still won't have a conclusion.
Oh gosh.
You never know. 2025, Hunter x Hunter reboot.
Okay. Oh my
you know
gosh!
what?
Stop.
Hey, you know what?
Wait.
As long as we're not in quarantine still in 5 years.
That basically sums up 2020. Oh man.
So I mean, we've talked about what's good, but I gotta tell you guys the DMV story because that was like the worst part of the year.
Are we ending it off with this? I would not be mad if we were ending with the DMV story.
Well, we can save it for the
should.
end. Or all right.
No, it's up to you. The DMV story is great.
All right. Well, if we want to end it here, I can tell it now. But all right. So February, right? Right before quarantine, like literally the weekend before, I get into a car accident. Somebody rear ends me. And
Their fault.
yeah, it was their fault completely. I'm making a legal.
You don't. It doesn't matter. Viewers, audience, whoever. If you're rear-ending someone, sorry, dude, it's you. It's literally you. I don't care.
Yeah.
There's no tailgating. I don't like.
Yeah. So basically,
anyway, yeah.
she didn't slow down. She clipped my back of my car and ruined my bumper, right? And so, of course, the insurance company sees that and they're like, "Oh no, your bumper's gone. That car is inoperable." So I have to get it towed.
What?
You know how they do.
Wait, they totaled your car for
over the bumper, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
See, here's every step of this whole process was just terrible because quarantine happened right the following week. So to get the car to the shop to get it evaluated, that was extra steps. To get it, I had to switch shops halfway through that. They go through it. They find that there's the bumper damage. The cosmetic one on the top isn't so bad, but it's the structural one on the bottom. It's terrible. So that happens, right? And I have to go get a car for a rental. I've never been so scared in my life because, like, man, I came with the Lysol, the gloves, the mask, everything just to rent the car. That was right when quarantine just started.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just realized that I actually had a rental car, but super early this year. I think it was before COVID. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. You had all your bases covered, dude. The Lysol, everything.
I was prepared, man.
Yeah, man, I'm high risk bracket. From there, I get the car fixed. That took like an extra month of time.
Oh my gosh.
Get it fixed, get it back. And I messed up. Here's where I messed up. They sent the title stuff with the car, and I didn't realize that. When it comes time to register the car, the DMV starts giving me hell.
Okay.
And this is during like prime COVID where you have to, first of all, I don't even want to be in the DMV.
Period.
During all this, yeah. And I think I had to visit at least 8 times total. The first 3, they give me the runaround. Oh, you need this form, but you don't need that form, but you need this form, but you need this certification from this shop and all this extra nonsense. They could have just told me that the first time. I get everything together, and then it's still not enough. So they send me home, and then I lose the paperwork at home. And that one's on me, but
Okay.
I'm still gonna blame the DMV. They're accountable for this,
They are.
even though I
Facts.
lost it.
You
So
were emotionally distressed caused by the DMV,
exactly,
which caused you to lose the paperwork.
DMV is the worst place to go, literally.
it is.
Yeah, facts. That's true.
I hate it.
Me too.
Even
We feel for you,
before
Nash.
COVID.
Yeah, facts.
So I thought, you know
Dude,
what?
I think we all might have a DMV story this year.
Yeah, probably. But Nash just definitely takes the cake.
Oh yeah.
So the one day I have everything in order, and I'm heading out to the Pleasanton DMV because I'm done dealing with Tracy. And I get there, and that place is closed for renovations. And thank God Moss was on Twitter and saw the rant. He hooked me up. The DMV's in the mall, of all places. Like, who's gonna think? Let me just go to the mall. Let me just check
For the DMV.
for the DMV. So I had to go all the way to the mall, and I still didn't have all the right paperwork. But
Oh my gosh.
by the end of it all, I ended up in Tracy. They hooked me up. I got everything
So you had
settled
to
and
come back
straight.
to
Yeah,
basic DMV anyway?
yeah.
Oh man.
And like the worst part was, the last visit, there was no issue. Like it was just so smooth. I was ready to fight. I was ready. I was ready to say, all right, I need everything for free. I need to be reimbursed. And they just handed me everything I needed. No issue. They knew I was coming.
I'm done.
Oh my gosh, DMV is the worst. The fact that like the full on DVD or DMV was in Stonebridge Mall like that was just like, dude, really? They had a whole working DMV set up in the mall.
It was legit too. They had the files.
They had everything.
What do you mean?
I was dumbfounded when I seen that.
Wait, hold on. You mean you're not trying to go to Auntie Anne's after the DMV
You
to
could
get a
smell
pretzel?
it.
That's the only plus. You can hit up DMV, you can hit up Auntie Anne's and Cinnabon all in the same go.
I actually bought a Cinnabon after.
Oh,
standing
okay.
in line.
For the emotional distress.
Yeah, I could smell it from the line. It was perfect. Why'd you end up in the DMV? And how'd you know it was in the mall?
Oh, so I only knew it was in the mall because I went to Stonebridge for something. I forgot what I was trying to buy, but it wasn't for the DMV.
Oh,
Right.
I just happened to like be walking around Stonebridge and I seen that the DMV was in there, and it was just surprising to me. So I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" I really can't remember why I went in there. It might have been to go to Uniqlo or something. But yeah,
Right.
that's all. But my DMV story, real quick. My license expired this year,
oh where's you to do
so
it?
it's like, wow, great. And you know, they always like DMV is just a hassle in general. I went to go to make an appointment online, and the first appointment was like 5 weeks out. Like, all right, that's out of the freaking question. Like, dude, they give you the option to make an appointment, and it's just the most inconvenient. It's just inconvenient, you know. Oh, and just to add to this, so my license expired in August, and if you live in California, we had like 5 big fires in August.
Oh yeah.
So the air quality was crap, and the DMV likes to open at random times. So the first time I go, I will like in the afternoon, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not taking any more walk-ins. If you don't have an appointment, you can't get seen today." So you come back in the morning and try to get in there.
Mhm.
So I go, and I try to get there, before they open. And this day they decide to open before the time says that they're gonna open. So I can't get in that day. So I'm like, all right, dude, this is ridiculous. I come back after like a couple of days because I was just fed up already, and had all my papers. Which, again, if you're trying to get like your license renewed and you don't want to spend money to renew it and then go get your real ID, you just do it all in one shot.
Mhm.
And you need they're not really specific about which papers you need, so I help people get confused when they go to do it.
Of course. because their website's worthless.
So, yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. Luckily, I had everything that I needed, so that wasn't that bad. But once I got in, I was like one of the first people. They do the COVID screening and all that stuff. I got there like at 6:30 or something like that, and for some reason it's freezing cold in the morning in the summer. Like it was 6:30, the smoke's out, it's cold. It's like, dude, this is ridiculous. They opened, like they started taking people in or like checking people in around 7-ish, 7:30, but they didn't open till 9. So it's just like, dude, that's just more time that I have to sit here and wait.
Yeah.
I go in, like 9 o'clock hits, I finally get to go in and go through the process, pay for my license to get renewed. And it takes them like 30 minutes to take my payment. Like they had 5 different system errors. I'm just like, dude, this is stupid. And then I had to go take my picture and they couldn't take the picture because the cameras were down. I'm just like, dude,
Wow.
Please stop. Please get me out of here.
Just come on. I just want to go home.
Everything's going wrong that day.
Yeah. So just like, dude, yeah, DMV's so frustrating. But yeah, I got out and my license got renewed, so we're all good.
I renewed my license online. I hate the DMV. I'm not going in there. I did it online.
You know, I usually would do that, but I needed the real ID, so you can't do that online. You have to bring all the papers and all that crap.
This is me, right? I actually, that's true, right? And I will eventually go to the DMV to get the
waste
real
of money,
ID.
man.
It is. It absolutely is. But here's the thing, right? I just didn't want to deal with it during COVID. I was just like, honestly, dude.
I understand.
I was like, man, I don't want to do this right now.
It amplified the problems of the DMV.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I already hate that place before pre-COVID, right? And I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to go over there. Someone with like 30 people with their masks under their nose and people too close to me.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst.
There's just too many issues to list. But I was like, you know what, dude? I'm just getting the old license. Real ID's not due till next year anyway. Thank goodness they extended it because I would have been screwed. And then, that's just my thoughts. But at least it's all done out of the way and you got your real ID. That's good.
Yeah, and I kind of had to do it like just for ease of everything else since I have a stupid passport story too. But my passport that I have right now.
Yeah.
Expired in like October. So I'd have to kind of, go through the whole process of finding my birth certificate and all that other crap in order to prove citizenship. So it was kind of just like, I need to just get this done now and not worry about it.
Right. Yeah. Before it runs out.
Yeah. So, yeah, DMV sucks.
Yes, absolutely.
It really does.
And 2020 made it worse.
Let's leave 2020 behind.
Let's. I'm glad.
Me too. It's been a long year.
It really has.
Oh man.
So you guys want to do New Year's resolutions real quick? Anything?
We can. You'd like to do
spend less money in 2021. Or at least invest the money better in 2021 versus just spending it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some crypto going.
Mm-hmm. What would I do? What happened to the resolution?
I got one. It's a gaming one.
I feel like I don't even know if I'd have a gaming one because I feel like my gaming resolution has been a theme since for the last 2-3 years. But it's just learning how to not take things too seriously and just have more fun playing games, and I think I've done a good job over the last, at least improving, right? I definitely had my moments where it was questionable, but I think I've made a lot of improvement over the last couple of years. So I don't know if that's really, it's more like more of an ongoing thing than a resolution. If I have a resolution for next year, it'd probably be not gaming related, and it would be Man, I feel like I could do this for any year, but just to not put things off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that's a super cliche standard one, but a good one.
It's a good one to have.
Yeah, you just not put things off. And I think I've gotten better about that too. So there's that.
So are you
Yeah, that's
just going
fine.
to keep putting off your resolution for next year of not putting stuff off?
It's like a cycle. Right? It's just like a constant, very vicious cycle. Putting on my resolution. Yeah, I'll give you my resolution for 2020 next year.
For
Sounds
2020 next year?
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, you're behind, Mike.
In case you were wondering, yes, it does stack. So that means I'll have 2 resolutions next year.
All right. Oh, if we're gonna do a gaming related resolution as well, then actually buy games and complete them.
Okay.
That's a good one.
But
I
if
like
you buying the games, I should probably beat them. So yeah.
That's a good one.
Mm.
Naj, you got me curious. What's your gaming resolution?
4-2 in a bracket. That's it.
Hey.
4-2.
Or just
People
4 wins. 4 wins.
4 wins. That's it.
Okay.
I've never gotten past 2. So
Okay.
Let's do it. But we have to have tournaments first. So
yeah. Well, it brings me to my second New Year's resolution: cure COVID. Single-handedly.
Yeah. If there's anyone I believe that can do it, it's Naj.
I feel like Najee's motivated enough to do it.
Naj can cure COVID.
Cure COVID, then go 4-2 in bracket. It's a clear plan.
All right. It sounds like a plan for 2021.
If Naj has the mental fortitude to go to the DMV 8 times, I think he can cure
During COVID? Oh, he got this.
Yeah, I think he can cure COVID.
All right, guys. Well, I think we should wrap it up here. Let us know, viewers, what were some of your highlights of 2020s? What were your high points, your low points? What kind of shows you watched? Your gaming backlog? And what are some of your resolutions for the next year, gaming or non-gaming? And we had a great episode. It was episode 19. I remembered the number this time. We covered just a quick 2020 recap, catching up on the news while we were taking our break during December. And we covered, what was it? Sephiroth, Free Melee, Game Awards, all kinds of stuff. And with that, I think we're done with 2020.
Goodbye.
We'll never have to see it again.
Goodbye,
Thank
good
you,
riddance. It's over.
This has been Whispering Tears, Mossta, and Westsidious. See you next year.
Check you guys. Have a good year.
So, guys, Happy New Year.